Greetings, YouTube. I am really a college professor. I don't know if that's like cool to some people or like not. If that feels like a flex or a cry for help, maybe a combination of both. But I say that to say sometimes I rarely, and this is probably sending me straight to hell, but what else is new? I put the prof in prophecy. And when I looked at the path of this month's gold and certainly, for the sake of this video, platinum track, and this is specifically the platinum track for Paragon players, because everyone's platinum track is different depending on the progression. I looked at day 29, which given for me is still about a week away. But for some people who bought things that I just refused to buy, though, you know, if you buy it, whatevs. They bought a week's worth. They spent $5 to get 7 days ahead, and that $5 will give them, you know, something of value at the end of the month. I still think it's not worth it for the little that you get. I think really this should be a minimum of twice the 6-star shards. Because based on what we're used to paying as Paragon players, that would be much better. Now, you do get 2,100 6-star shards, which ironically equals out to just under the level 4 6-star shards for the side quest this week, but strangely enough, it's more than the level 5. I still think that was some kind of accidental mistake that probably benefited the player, and that's why I said in the video, it's, if anything, it's a cool thing, not a like bad thing. But regardless, when you get to day 29, you'll see this amazing, cool, fun, guaranteed 6-star crystal selector. Now, not 6-star selector. This isn't exactly a wish crystal. But you do get a choice between one of two crystals, either the 6-star Heartthrob crystal, which I definitely would have gone for had, well, is this the one? I think it was. Had a 6-star Wolverine been in it, you know? Yeah. If Wolverine had been in this, I would have gone for him. Because even though one could still argue that 6-star Wolverine, even at SIG 200 rank 4, maybe rank 5, doesn't have the most utility because of so many champions that are bleed immune or that shrug off debuffs. Between the regen, which has got to be incredible, and like the bleeds for those that don't do that, for especially the Apocalypse synergy, oh, that would be amazing. And I think maybe someday they'll release it, but it'll be like when they released 5-star Wolverine after the 6-star version of so many Beyond God Tier champions had been out for a while. But in terms of the crystal most people are going for, because Wolverine's not in the left crystal, those of you would think that the better half, ironically, of this deal is the better half crystal, which has Hercules in it. And Hulkling, 2 of the top champions. And Kitty Pryde, right? Scarlet Witch Classic, several of you are still hunting her. You got a bunch of OG champions. This by itself is worth the $10 for the Platinum track, even if you get a 6-star Daredevil Classic or a 6-star Captain Marvel Classic, 2 champions that are probably at the lower end of this crystal. Well, here's the deal, YouTube. I'm going to go back, of course, to how I started this video. When I said I put the prof in prophecy, because we had somebody tag me on Twitter called The Real Chris Whittick. And The Real Chris Whittick said in a caption, well, let's watch the video and then I'll read the caption, because that might actually be the best way to do this, believe it or not. All right, so here's the video tagged on Twitter. Now notice when you tag me on Twitter, it gets to be a little fuzzy because it's compressed so that the file can more easily send. This is why using Dropbox or Google Drive is an option, but especially Evizone to remain fully intact in terms of file size and quality. So Chris opens his $10 crystal, the better half crystal. Puts it on the reel. I don't know what champions he was looking for specifically, but of course, everybody, if they don't have him, is going to hope for the number 1 6-star in the game. Not just in this crystal, but it's 6-star Hercules. An Emma Frost sandwich of 6-star Hercules. Look at that guy. Slow-mo. First time ever opening him. And he said, if I had a mic on, you'd hear a grown man screaming like a girl. At Chris Whittick. Well, the real Chris Whittick, not the imposters out there that I'm sure there are many. Or Fitness CW, I think, as he goes by on this channel quite a bit. Bro, I am honored to react to this. And I totally called it. I knew somebody would hit the lottery. This guy totally did for $10. Best $10 he ever spent. And that concludes this video. Really excited for him.